And I want to kind of go deep a little bit and talk about our cash offer plus. And here in about 5 minutes or so, I'm going to have Alyssa join us and she's going to come on and talk about her experience. But before she does, I just wanted to kind of explain the program again and give you kind of the details, tell you what you can kind of expect when you go through this process. So the cash offer plus that's instant cash offer. So your seller gets an instant cash offer. They can pick their closing date. It's very flexible, no showings, etc. All of the benefits of that cash offer. But the really cool thing is we just looked at what appreciation is projected to do, and it's projected to go up. And so the really neat thing about the cash offer plus is it brings the seller all of the proceeds of the open market. So when the home is finally put on the market and sold, if it sells for more than the cash offer, the seller will get all of that back. One point I like to remind us realtors about is that this is a listing retention tool. You know, I love when sellers want to take a cash offer, but one of the things that I think is a lost opportunity for many of us, especially if we're marketers, especially if we're geo farmers, is that we don't get a listing. We don't get to bring that listing on the market and we don't get to share that with everybody. And we all know success builds success. Usually you can get 2 deals from every listing. And so if they're just accepting a cash offer from a company and you know, that company is then taking it into the inventory and putting it on the market, you lose that opportunity. But with the cash offer plus, you don't. You get to be the agent that lists that home on the open market. So I want to also just share the fees and the commission, just so you have that solidified. There is, for the cash offer plus, there's a range of anywhere from 5 to 6% service fee. And by the way, you're going to get all of this disclosed to you when the offer comes. You're going to be able to see it before your seller sees it because we don't share the offer to the seller. You share the offer to the seller. You're the realtor. You're in full control of those offers. So all of this you'll be given before that offer is even, you know, pushed to your seller. So there's a 5 to 6% service fee. There's also a 5 to 6% resale fee. And there's a 1% fee for closing costs. Now, as far as your commission, whatever that resale fee is on the offer, that is your commission. So your commission is 5 to 6%. Now, keep in mind, you're going to be bringing this home on the open market. So likely you're going to need to, you know, reserve a few of those commission points for a buyer broker commission. So you're probably going to offer some sort of co-broke out of that. But you get the full freedom and flexibility to determine what's appropriate for your market and what should be offered to that buyer broker. So another thing that I like to share and talk about, so we're all aware, is there is a risk assessment fee. And that is what we call the upside. So basically how this cash offer works is it is a structured payout. There are 2 payouts to the seller. We take anywhere from a 6 to 12% risk assessment fee, and we place that in a secure escrow holdback. And that stays there until the property is resold on the open market. If the home resells on the open market for the same amount as the cash offer was made, then that 6 to 12% risk assessment fee is fully refunded back to the seller. If the home sells for more on the open market, let's say it sells for $5,000 more, well, then that 6 to 12% risk assessment fee is returned to the seller along with an additional $5,000. Now, this is a risk assessment fee, so it's a hedge. So on the flip side, let's say the house sells for $5,000 less than the cash offer. Well, in that scenario, that $5,000 would be deducted from that 6 to 12%, and then the remaining proceeds would be returned to the seller. So I have basically, I want to share with you the breakdown of what that would look like. And when you go through this experience and you do get that cash offer plus, here is the document that you will receive. And you guys listening to me on the call, sometimes you'll get insights on what's to come with Zoodealio because we are launching some updates and some really cool things. And one of the updates that we're doing is a really awesome offer dashboard update to where this will be displayed really easily and it looks amazing for your seller right in their offer dashboard. So here's a breakdown of what this offer would look like. And in this scenario, we had a purchase price of $475. You will see that they had a risk assessment fee of $47,500. So their initial payout was $400, or their total payout was $418,000. And then they will also get a very detailed breakdown of what this looks like. So you'll see that there was that service fee in this scenario was 6%. The resale fee was also 6%. And you'll also see that what they would get now versus what they would get later, there was a 10% risk assessment fee on this one. All right, so I want to also just remind everybody that there are two ways to initiate requesting an offer on a property. Obviously, the seller can go onto your site and they can key in their address and they can self request that offer right from your site. And that is one way. But there's also a second way for the seller to get that offer. And that is you can request it on their behalf. So I just want to share with you, because we get asked this question a lot, I wanted to share with you how you would do that. So if you're wanting to request a cash offer, let's say you're prospecting, let's say you're prospecting for FISBOs, or maybe there's expired listings from 3 years ago that you went back and you found, and you're gonna go back to those expired listings and see if they'd like a cash offer. Or maybe you're looking at absentee owners and you're thinking this would be great to get cash offers for absentee owners. Or one of the strategies that I really recommend is a cash offer a day. So you're going back through your database to anybody that's a homeowner and you're just soliciting a cash offer for them so you can provide it to them. Or let's say you're looking at defaults, notice of defaults. Let's say you're looking at 30, 60-day lates and you're prospecting those individuals and you're wanting to bring them cash offers. You can do that. You can request the cash offer on behalf of a seller without them having to fill out the form on your site. And you do that by logging into your agent dashboard. You click your name in the upper right-hand corner. And you'll see here on the screen what pops down is a little button that says submit a property. And then if you click that, you'll see that you can then just fill out all of the details for your seller right there and request that cash offer. Evelyn had a great question. She said, I thought we couldn't do that because we need pictures. Okay, yes, so we do need pictures in order to get the highest cash offer. What you can do is in situations where you're just not able to go in and get pictures, or if you're doing the cash offer a day, what I recommend is go back to the last listing in the MLS and use those pictures. And say like, hey, if you have any insight to whether or not anything has changed, let us know. But if you can at least grab those photos for us, or like, let's say there's photos on Zillow. I know a lot of sellers will go onto Zillow and they'll upload photos of their home. So we do see that quite often. We can always use those as well. We do love pictures. We do really stress that. And that is one of the benefits to when the seller goes on and fills it out, they're prompted to upload those photos.